Okay. We in here. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everybody's feeling good. Hope everybody's feeling good. My name is Haziq Ali. I'm feeling real good this morning. I hope you are too. I really feel like we in a interesting situation out here, man, because we have the ability to change our life whenever we feel like. I mean, is that a beautiful thing? Is that a beautiful thing? And that's why I love what I do, man. Because a lot of people can't say that. Even in a land like this, where it's capitalism and free enterprise, you have so many people who are stuck in bondage. Good morning, Queen. And what I love about being an entrepreneur is we don't have that excuse, right? We don't have that issue. You know, as entrepreneurs, we get to do what we want, when we want. We can, create more value. We can create less value. We can go harder. You know what I mean? We can go slower. Ain't that right, Terrence? Mr. Terry in the house. Oh man, that mean Ohio in the building. We checking in or what? Good morning, millionaires. It's check-in time, baby. Let them know where you at. Let them know where you at. My name is Haziq Ali. We're gonna call in a minute. It's check-in time, baby. Morning, Dexter. That's what I'm talking about. Ohio really in the house. Shamira. What's up, Queen? Good morning. Hope everybody's feeling good this morning. Hope you had an incredible week and you ready to end that thing off right. You know what I mean? That's my hope. My hope is that you want to end that thing off right. Huh? Hey. Let them know you up in here. Let them know you up in here. Hey. What was your week? How was this week for you in a nutshell? How did this week feel for you in a nutshell, y'all? How did this week feel? In one word. Hey, my big sis up in here. What's up, big sis? Hey, good morning, good morning. We about to call in on this live line. Hey. That means YouTube checking in too. Man, all my people on YouTube, y'all my favorite. What's up, Tori? Clubhouse is in here. We starting to check in on Clubhouse. My man D George. Bill said I know that's right. All right, it's time for us to check in. Let's see what's up. Challenging, I feel that. Okay, Connecticut up in here. Can't forget Connecticut in here. Charlotte. Okay. All right, let's call it on this live line, y'all. So glad to see your faces this morning. It's Free Coaching Friday. You know, this is some of our special.
That's in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you. Please enter your.
That's a fact. Hold on. Yeah, but share this training right now. Leah, what's up, Leah? Okay, my man Mark Bates in the house.
Because we're going to bring. Please enter your.
Let's get this thing started.
Thank you.
Right,
please announce yourself. Entry and exit tones are off. All participants are muted.
Good morning, millionaire. I don't know who that was just checking in, but good morning, millionaire. My name's Haziq Ali. I'm a revenue acceleration coach. I'm a self-esteem development expert. And every day right here, we have designed a program that is here to help you go further, faster, with less effort. This is a great one to share with your favorite groups. Maybe you're in a group or two and you want to add value. Every Friday, we all about our ramp up system, the Revenue Acceleration Master Plan. The Revenue Acceleration Master Plan. This is 7 different sort of categories that you can look at any business with and immediately get increase. Ain't that cool? You know, if you're watching on YouTube, then you see it right there in the description. I wrote out all 7 of them for you. And then I gave you a bunch of questions you can ask yourself about your business so you can begin to drill down where your opportunities for improvement are. But since this is Free Coaching Friday, hold up, let me make sure I'm on point. Since this is Free Coaching Friday.
All participants are muted and they can unmute themselves.
This is all about you. Who can't hear me? What you mean you can't hear me? Greetings. Can everybody hear me good? All right, so if you're listening in on the line or if you're on Clubhouse, you can raise your hand or *6 will unmute your line. And it's Free Coaching Friday, y'all. So today is all about you. It's all about you know, what you've been dealing with in your business. We got a couple questions from the email list, so I can go into some of those. If you want to start there, but if somebody has one, this is the time, because you know what happens every Friday. You know, we get to answering all these questions from the email, and then, you know, near the end there, people have all these questions and then they don't get them answered. Maybe you still had a question from maybe, yes, ma'am. Maybe you still had a question from last week that you never got answered, but regardless, we're here for you. Yes, good morning, millionaire. Let them know your name, what kind of business you have. And if you invited a guest, y'all, shout them out. Shout out them. Shout out what kind of business they have. They might be shy. Introduce them to the community so that we can get them what they need, okay? But good morning, millionaire.
Good morning, Hazik Ali. Welcome to Good Friday today. My name is Shirley Nixon. I'm calling from Hampton, Virginia.
Hampton Roads in the house.
Hampton, Virginia in the house. I'm into financial services, education, and you know, helping people get their credit and, you know, business funding. And also, I'm just now starting my own little business. I was a Lyft driver before the pandemic, and I just found myself doing it on my own now. So I have a couple of customers now. And my question to you, and I'm a member of the Kaizen Lab. Yay, shout out to the Kaizen Lab. And they helped me realize what my passion is. And through you and the Kaizen Lab and Crystal Reynolds, how would I go about advertising now? My business is, I don't know how to, you know, frame it or whatever, but my passion is helping people. And right now I have 2 customers that I have one lady, she's had Alzheimer's, and I take her to her daycare daily. You know, her granddaughter hired me. And then I have another lady that's on dialysis, and she's on the kidney list. And I've been helping them, you know, and God has shown me that this is what I did in my previous life. So I just was wondering, how would I go about advertising for customers or you know, people that I need a couple more people to get into my business so I can expand it. Do you have any ideas for me?
Yes, ma'am. So you're basically asking, what are some ways to advertise your personal driver business, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So here's what I suggest. So you're in the Kaizen Academy, right? So what you need to do is make sure that you tune in on Saturday at 7 p.m. Because what we're going to do is we're going to go over what we call the Revenue Acceleration Master Plan. Anybody that wants to be on that training, just reach out for the link. But what we're going to break down for you is how to take your business and look at it from a fundamental process that instantly magnifies and begins to multiply. It instantly enhances and begins to advance your ability to influence a client. See, once you realize that I'm talking to you, or once I realize you're speaking to me, I open up because I've been praying for this. The reason we call them problems is because we want to solve those problems. Once you're clear on who it is you're talking to, everything changes. So for instance, we always talk about the fact that the first part of this revenue acceleration master plan, this revenue acceleration cycle, because that's what it is, it keeps on cycling, is leads, right? So if you know for a fact that you want to start a business, the first thing that you have to do is look at, who do I want to serve? A lot of people think it's like, what do I want to sell? It's not that, man, I want to offer this driving company. That's important. It's important, right? But believe it or not, that's just the carrot that God will dangle for us so that we become aware of who we're supposed to serve. Our purpose is not to distribute a product. Our purpose is not to advertise a service. Our purpose is to serve God's people. And so once you figure out this segment of God's people that you're looking to serve, that spirit, that soul that you're looking to touch, you can't touch the spirit of a product or a service. What you're looking to do is touch a certain segment of God's people. So with that said, right, let's say that what you're doing is saying you're going to aim for people that live in assisted living facilities. That's the kind of person you're serving. So then you're asking me, all right, what are some ways I advertise? Well, from there, it becomes child's play. Once I know I'm looking to help assisted living facilities, once I know that I'm looking to help people that have this certain, shall I say, milieu, or they have a certain, there are a certain set of issues that are unique to this demographic, right? Like with every single demographic. It like I always say, it's a problem if I'm teaching a teenager how to tie his shoes, just like it's a problem if I'm teaching a toddler how to drive a car. Everybody has their own kind of like set of issues they're dealing with. But once I know who I'm talking to, Miss Nixon, it's nothing except for now I ask myself all those questions that you get in that revenue acceleration class this weekend. Stuff like, well, who are they going to see before they come to me? Okay. So in this case, maybe they're going to see a certain assisted living facility. Maybe they're going to see a certain doctor. Maybe they're going to see a certain specialist. Maybe they're going to see somebody who, maybe there's a certain group of family members who have a support group for themselves because their parents are getting older. Okay. Well, shoot, if I'm looking for, if my goal is to make $100,000 a month and I make $1,000 per client, then I need 100 customers. Okay. So the more of these lead sources I have, the easier it is for me to hit those 100 customers. It's simple. So if I make a list of all the assisted living facilities, let's say there are 10 of them. Okay, maybe I can get 10 clients from each facility. Boom, there's my 100,000 a month. But maybe they only give me one. So what I need to do is come up with 10 assisted living facilities, 10 support groups of people who have parents that are getting older. I need to come up with 10 church groups that all deal with seniors. I need to come up with 10 herbal specialists. And now all I need is one lead from each of these people. And I'm at my 100,000 a month. Am I making sense?
Yes.
You got to be on this class.
Giving me some ideas, definitely.
If this is making sense to somebody, in the comments, put revenue acceleration. Revenue acceleration, if this is making sense. See, that's just the first category. All we did was talk about leads. We ain't even get to the types of conversations we're going to have with the leads yet. We didn't even talk about how, because the next step in that thing is meaningful conversation. Now, you didn't ask me about this, but I'm just going to show you how powerful this concept is because I talk about it constantly. It made me a millionaire, and yet a lot of people think it's just like rhetoric, or they think you're just talking. Listen, right after leads comes meaningful conversation, right? So what does that mean? That means now I'm gathering all this data that not only makes me able to serve this particular client better, but now I can also serve God's people better because I'm gathering data that's going to be useful for all of them. Because what they're about to tell me, listen, if it's the way somebody does anything is the way somebody does everything. Well, at the same time, if this person's going through it, chances are everybody going through it. Do you hear what I'm saying to you?
Yes.
All right. So if I can listen to this client, I gather that data, boom. Now, when I'm talking on Facebook, Miss Nixon, when I'm going live, it's like all of a sudden my perfect audience is like, oh, I've been praying for that. You see what I mean? Because it's like, darn, how does she get everything I'm saying so clear? Well, she gets it because she's been studying her client, not her customer, which is just somebody to give you money. Right. She's been studying her client, which is somebody who's under her protection. You get what I mean?
Right.
Did that help for real?
Those are my clients.
Did that help though? Do you get how quickly you got your 100 clients?
Yes, sir.
Okay, repeat that back to me. What did you just now learn from that? So your question was, what's the best way to advertise your personal driver business? And what did you get from what we said?
I need to find out who am I going to serve, and my idea is to serve people that are in need of assistance getting to where they need to go, basically, and to help them to achieve a better way of life. You know, a better I can't think of the word right now, but just to have a better way of life, being able to help them, kind of like case management, I guess you could say. So I need to find out through going through a list of assisted living programs or buildings or whatever here in Hampton, and getting a list of maybe just talking to people, going in there and seeing, you know, maybe the relatives have issues of getting their parent or someone they love to, you know, the doctor's office, or, you know, just getting out there talking to people basically and letting them know what I do and getting leads and having conversation with them.
I love it. So you got a lot from the fact that, one, you need to figure out what that monetary goal is per month. Like we went with 100,000 a month. Maybe you don't need 100,000 a month. You know, we said it was $1,000 a client. Maybe you're not charging $1,000 a client. I was just using round numbers. But my whole point is you're starting from that goal. Then you're figuring out how many clients you need to hit that goal. And then you're coming up with as many traffic sources as you can, as many sources of leads as you can. We could spend all our time whining and dining the end customer, or we can be millionaire minded, which means we spend our time whining and dining the person that has lists of our end customers.
I was thinking, I know you have mentioned before, and I don't want to take up all your time because I know other people have questions, but I was thinking about, because there's a lot of people that do this kind of work here, but mine is a little different because I follow through with them, whatever they need. You know, it's, you know, like my one customer, her car was broke. I found out a mechanic. I sent her to my mechanic, you know, her car's done, you know, so she's able to, you know, move around and stuff, you know. So I kind of do the extra mile with these people, you know, that have these issues and stuff. So my idea was to kind of go to the Chamber of Commerce, but I'm not sure how that works. So
no, I wouldn't go to the Chamber of Commerce, because the Chamber of Commerce is almost like, now I'm trying to reach everybody. I like the name Extra Mile Personal Services, you know, and I think that, you know, as a driver, that's really good, you know. And then what I would do, again, you don't need the Chamber of Commerce. You need the Chamber of Commerce for your financial services business, but you're not asking me about that right now. The Chamber of Commerce is so that you can offer them business credit and lending and funding and no money down financing programs for all their high ticket items. You got plenty of things to talk to a Chamber of Commerce about. Who doesn't want no money down financing for their products? They got a product that costs $20. Yesterday morning, we financed a franchise for like $11,000. Their payments came out to $250 a month. Who doesn't want that? There's plenty of things you can talk to a Chamber of Commerce about. But what you asked me about was your personal driver business, and that has nothing to do with the Chamber of Commerce. You need to be listing those lead sources that have to do with that niche you're serving. And as for the story you just now told all of us about going the extra mile for that client, that's what your Facebook videos need to be about. That's what your Facebook group needs to be focused on, not the fact that you offer driver services, because no one cares. No one would ever join a Facebook group like that. But what Facebook group they would join is Extra Mile, or if, no, you wouldn't even call it that. You would call it My Parents. My parents are older in Hampton Roads. My parents are older. I have older parents in Hampton Roads. My parents are getting older, Hampton Roads. Something like that. That way you begin to have a support group for all of these people whose parents are getting older in Hampton Roads. And now everybody that joins that Facebook group becomes a client when you begin to do these videos like, man, I was talking to this one lady and such and such and such. And man, I went the extra mile for her. And that's what we do, you know. I tell them, you can't be letting these regular Lyft drivers and Uber drivers do that. They're not going to walk them into the kidney place. They're not going to talk to them. Y'all ever had to do that? Now your comments are going crazy. People like, oh my God, yeah, I've had to be at work and the Uber driver just left my mama's. Now you got a post going, Uber horror stories. Now everybody's posting their horror stories of their worst experience with Lyft and Uber, and they're going crazy. And you just salivating because you're like, oh my God, all of them live in Hampton Roads and all of them need a driver. Now you're hiring drivers. Now you're renting cars on Turo. You're putting your thing on the side of the car. Now you got college kids helping you drive, but they wear white gloves because they part of your thing. And that's your trademark. All your drivers wear white gloves because it's white glove service for the elderly. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yes, that sounds great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Queen.
Thank you so much.
Make sure you're there Saturday at 7 p.m. because we just was concentrating on one category. But that revenue acceleration class is 7 p.m. this Saturday, y'all. 7 p.m. this Saturday. Mark your calendar. Reach out for the link. And, you know, I'm telling you, it's worth it.
I want to upgrade.
Okay.
How do I do that?
Just inbox me now, and then when we get off this coaching thing, I'll send you the link so you can upgrade. That's great, Ms. Nixon. Everybody give it up for somebody say upgrade. That's what I'm talking about. All right, thank you, Ms. Nixon. I hope that was helpful. Thank you for being brave. Okay, who else? Good morning, millionaire. What is your name? What kind of business do you have? And what is your question? You know, we had a couple questions come in from email too. If y'all want to go there, if anybody else had anything, or y'all want me to just take it to email?
Good morning, millionaire, Mr. Ali.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, this is Dennis Stickman, Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
I'm an entrepreneur in the network marketing industry, health and wellness, and financial services. My question is pertaining to, I guess, the lead and meaningful conversation categories of your wonderful technology revenue acceleration cycle. Okay, I can't put this person on the spot because they may be on the line. It's not really put them on the spot, but it's a situation when I'm prospecting individuals and I learn that they're receiving disability income. But during the meaningful conversation, I've already determined they have like brothers, sisters, relatives. And let me just get straight to the point. One scenario was that the gentleman who's been on the call before, he was in Pontiac, Michigan. He said, I get disability, and I've encountered other people that said I get this. And I respect that. I want to be sensitive. I don't want to try to make the person say, okay, you can make a lot of money. You know, I know you can't make over a certain amount, but when I to show respect to that person who's disabled, don't want to mess up their benefits, I would think, okay, they told me they have relatives, friends, they go to church. So this one gentleman said, listen, you probably wasn't aware, but I help people move from renting to home ownership. And I said, you probably wasn't aware that I help people get into real estate investing training. I said, who do you know that may need some of these services? So he started, well, my friend. So I guess my question is that when I encounter situations when people, prospects, leads, tell me they get disability, but they like what I'm telling them about an opportunity, what is a good way for me to, I guess, ask for referrals in a way in which
you said they like the opportunity, but they're on disability, and you want to ask for referrals. You would ask for them. You would ask for referrals the same way you ask for referrals with anybody, man. It sounds like you just did it. I don't get what you're saying. You're saying that after you said that, they wouldn't give you the referrals, or?
No. I'm just saying when they tell me they're on disability, and I just want to leave it at that. But I've already engaged in meaningful conversation and gathered that they have like large family, brothers, sisters, friends. They go to church. So I'm going to say, okay.
No, I heard you. I was asking what the question was. No, I heard you. You said that like, yeah, they've got large family. You found that out in a meaningful conversation. And then you said, how do you get referrals? But you had already said how to get referrals. You was just like, hey, you know, I asked him for some referrals, and then he said he had some people. But did you have a question? Because I mean, I get that. Like, they've got a lot of family and friends and stuff. And then you ask them for the referrals, and then you call them. Are you asking how do you talk to those referrals?
No, I was asking, is there like a particular question or some verbiage I could ask that type person?
You just said the verbiage, Dennis. You just said it, man.
Okay, so okay, got it. Okay, I'll just utilize that then.
Right.
I thought you were going to give me something else, like a little different.
But you didn't ask me for nothing. You just said what you said, and then I'm saying that was perfect. Yeah, just hey, you know, I know you're on disability. You can't make no money. Anybody else, what did you say, could use this service? That's fine. See, you don't got to overthink it, man. You're just taking volunteers. It's not no big deal. I'd rather you focus on doing more of it and letting people just volunteer instead of trying to put all your eggs in one basket. I would just say, talk to them, man, and then hang up the phone and then call some of the people. Don't worry about, oh my God, they can't make too much money. They're on disability. And next, there's 7 billion people on the planet, 350 million in America, 43 million got bad credit. 25% of America has no savings. Half of America has no retirement. Next.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate that, man. All right, who else? Let's try to get some questions in, man. *6 will unmute your line. What is your name? What kind of business do you have?
Good morning. This is Jeanette Flash from PA. How you doing?
Doing great.
Good morning.
Good morning.
That's great. Well, you know, I'm having a problem with approach.
What's my favorite word? Upgrade.
People, when introducing them to my credit business and my health and wellness business to become a customer or an affiliate, I'm not doing great with that. I mean,
what approach are you using, Miss Bryce?
And I need
Miss Bryce.
I have an expiration date.
Miss Bryce.
I need to get this ball rolling.
Miss Bryce.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to get as much in as we can. What kind of approach are you using?
Well,
are you using the approach that we teach in the system? Okay, so no, don't worry, Miss Bryce. Check your email and look from the emails that come from Millionaire Minded, and then go to some of those emails that say magic words or that say closing. Just look at the last 4 or 5 emails, and I give you nothing but ways to approach. If you haven't joined the email list, y'all, go to millionaireminded.com, and join the email list. Each time the email is going to either be mindset, skill set, or heart set. And if you join that email list, you're getting nothing but tips and ways to approach. But just since you're here and since you were brave enough to ask the question, Miss Bryce, what I would always do is state 2 facts and then would you be okay if? You know, would it be okay if? So 2 facts and then would it be okay if? So the 2 facts kind of like build that rapport. Like if me and you were working at the same job, Miss Bryce, and then I say, man, it really sucks that we can't control our own hours. We need to take back our lives. And then they say, yeah, you sure right. And then I might say something like, man, and I'm getting sick of letting the babysitter raise my children. I need to make money some other kind of way. We need more options. And now they're like, dang, I feel the same way. And then next I'm like, would it be okay if we had another option for making money? And they're like, yeah. Or you like, would it be okay if we got paid twice every Friday instead of once? And they're like, yeah. Or you like, would it be okay if we had an instant $600 pay raise without having to work extra hours? And they're like, yeah. So again, we approach with 2 facts, and then would it be okay if? At least that's the way, I teach it. And if you look through those emails, you'll see it. It's all laid out for you. Or since you happen to also be in Nove, when you go to your back office, it says couple simple sentences for appointments. All you do is go to the training website. It says couple simple sentences for appointments. You just call the people and you read the sentences and take the volunteers. It's just that easy. I promise you. A lot of times we're worried about doing doing things right, when we should be worried about doing the right things. A lot of times we're trying to master something that ain't even the right thing to do. And we getting so good at doing the wrong thing. I'm telling you, if you will just master those sentences, you ain't got to worry, because people make their decision real quick. And after they've made their decision to join, that's when we can present everything. But first we need their agreement. And so that's what you're asking. Would it be okay? If and whoever hasn't taken, that's why I'm glad Miss Nixon is doing that upgrade, because in the Kaizen Academy, you need to go back and watch that Magic Words course. You need to have that workbook. You need to be filling in your sentences and then just say the magic words. How am I breaking compensation plan records if I'm saying the same thing as everybody else? Okay, appreciate that. Miss Bryce.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I'm glad she asked that, y'all. Go back through those emails. Anybody, if you've been checking your email, somebody say email in the comments if I'm not lying about how valuable those emails are. If you've gotten some value out of these, because I used to just send out emails whenever it was another Kaizen Academy, because I'd just be so busy. But that's not practicing what we preach. I'm like, let me make sure I just start giving the game away, breaking out these little segments and just giving it to them in little sentences, right? So some of y'all have been having a ball with them joints, and then some of y'all still ain't opening the emails because y'all think it's about to be me trying to sell you something. Y'all so scared of that little $40 Kaizen. It's $40. That's $1 a day. Damn. You get more than that from the trainers and you know it. All right, anybody else? It's almost time for us to go say our affirmations, and then we're going to finish up on the line. Did anybody else have a question? I ain't even getting to none of the email questions. We had some good ones, too. Anybody else got any questions before we go?
I need to share this if nobody's going to take the floor. I'm at the point right now in my life where things are serious around here. And my why is enough to make me cry. So I need to upgrade my game and upgrade my life and put things in perspective where I'm producing and I'm helping in the way that everybody is getting something out of it. Right now, I'm at the point of my life where I need a mentor. I need help. I need to do this.
Yeah, Miss Bryce.
It's not a game.
Yes, ma'am. That's why I asked you, did you check your email? Because at the end of the day, desire shows up in conversation. Belief shows up in behavior. I'm asking you, do you believe? And if you believe what you're saying, just check your email. And I'm promising you the answers are there. And we're going to see. Because we're going to hear from you Saturday night. You a Kaizenite. We're going to be there with you. And we're going to see if you checked your email. Because, again, desire shows up in conversation, but belief shows up in behavior. And I know Miss Bryce believes it. Anybody that's millionaire-minded knows the passion in her voice whenever she speaks up. She is serious. And, I'm talking, because she gave me that vessel, but I'm talking to everybody here. Sometimes, at some point, we're going to have to make a decision that it's time to get serious about our life. And maybe we're going to wait until tomorrow. Maybe we're going to wait until next month. Maybe we're going to wait until next year. It reminds me of that story about the farmer and the dog, right? Where the buddy is meeting up with his homeboy, and he's like, man, what's that noise? Because as he walks up, all he hears is, So he's walking closer to the porch. And as he gets closer, he sees the dog is on the porch, right? But as he gets closer, the noise just gets louder. All he hears is like, So as he walks up the steps, he sees that it's the dog making the noise. And so he asks the farmer, he's like, what's up with your dog, bro? And he's like, he looks down at him. He's like, oh, he's lying on a nail. And then he like, well, why don't he get up? And the farmer's like, because it don't hurt enough yet. Anyway, we got the Kaizen Academy Saturday night, 7 p.m. If you have not signed up yet, I highly suggest that. We're going to take one of these email questions real quick, and then we're going to go do our affirmations. Because if I don't do that, then what happens is people stop writing in the questions in email, and that wouldn't do since I asked people to write in on email. You know what I mean? So I like this one a lot. This one right here was, yeah.
I think when she asked you about a coach, I think you thought she said approach. I think she's asking for a coach.
No, she said she wants a coach. She's ready to upgrade. She's ready to up. No, I heard her. She said a coach, and then she said how to approach as well. She said she wants to know how to approach, so I told her about the email. She said a coach, so I told her about the Kaizen Academy and the fact that she already has all this stuff in her email from her coach. And then I was saying what she got from her coach was also how to approach.
Okay, all right. I just wanted clarity.
Okay. Dang, what was I saying? Okay, so we were talking about some of these questions from email. So one person was like, Hazik, you know, can you give us an example of facts tell, stories sell? Can you give us an example of facts tell, story? And I love the transparency. There was like, people always say that, and I don't get what they mean. Yo, I love that. Where's Simone at? Simone with me on Clubhouse. We were just talking about that because she was talking about how her pastor was like, what people mean favor ain't fair. Favor is fair. You know, you plant a seed, you reap a harvest. It's the laws of nature. Anyway, this is another example of that where people be saying stuff and they don't know what they mean. Except for this one makes sense. When we say facts tell, stories sell, y'all, first thing you got to know about stories and why we have that whole, I don't mean to be doing, look, share this with an entrepreneur that needs to understand this, right? Share this with an entrepreneur who's constantly giving presentations and you know what I mean, but they land flat or they're not hitting the power that they could. Some people are like, Hazik, how come you are constantly repeating the fact that you were homeless? You know what I mean? How come you keep on bringing that up? You know what I mean? And I wasn't eat out the trash homeless like my man Apostle Ray. Y'all need to holler at Apostle Ray. He do probably like 150, 200,000 a month now. And yeah, he was eating out the trash. Now I wasn't that level homeless because I didn't have his level of addiction or his level of you know, but I was in my car, you know what I mean? I refused to go live with my brother or my sister because I was an entrepreneur, you know what I mean? And it wasn't their problem that all my stores got raided and I'm going through this divorce and all that. So I'm like, I'm tough. You tough, right? You know what I mean? So you know, here we are. But my point is, you know, when you're talking about stories, they're the highest form of communication, right? Stories talk directly to the subconscious mind. They bypass all the defenses because everybody loves a good story. Stories turn on curiosity, which triggers this survival mechanism in the person's brain. Stories are the original form of entertainment. They're the original form of education. Have you ever casually passed on a video? Have you ever casually passed on a company video or casually passed on a PowerPoint presentation to a buddy? You ever done that casually? No. But have you ever casually retold a story? Have you ever casually passed on a good story to a friend? Of course you are. Of course you have. Of course you will. Right? You tell people about shows you like. You tell them about movies. You tell them about your buddy and this crazy thing that just now happened, right? We can figure this out. Stories are incredible. You know, join the Kaizen Academy now. Why? You know, imagine two golfers, right? Same clubs, same course, two different scores. What was the difference? Skills. You know, that was two different stories I just told you, right? that was three. I told you my story. Then I went into a story about the golfers, right? I went into a story about, have you ever passed on a video? I turned in all of this stuff in your head. I was like, have you ever passed along a video? Have you ever passed along you was like, no. It's all this stuff in your head, and all these things are connecting. But I'm not giving you a TED talk. I just told you a couple stories. You get what I mean? That's what we mean by facts tell, but stories sell. All right, I hope that was helpful. It's affirmation time, y'all. You know, join the email list, y'all, millionaireminded.com. Join the email list, millionaireminded.com. Go to millionaireminded.com and get busy with us. We about to do our affirmations. You can either rock with us on Clubhouse, or you can call in on the winner's hotline, 667-776-WIN1. 667-776-WIN1. TGIF, baby. TGIFCF. Thank God. It's Free Coaching Friday. The grind includes Friday, whichever one you want to say. But as always, remember, either your mind has to expand to match your goals, or your goals will just start to shrink to match your mind. Repeat after me, millionaires. I am so happy and grateful